Maths is all around us in the natural world, and if we wander even out into our gardens, we will find many patterns in nature. The age group for this activity, which will be based on the natural phenomenon of symmetry, is for roughly grade 3 students. When looking at the Australian curriculum, by the end of grade 3, students should be able to identify symmetry in the environment. So hopefully these activities will help them be able to do that. The symmetry is when one half of an object is the mirror image to the other half. I would have students look into a mirror and discuss how they can see the image in the mirror, and mirror image symmetry as an icebreaker into delivering this lesson. And then we would go on to what I would call leaf symmetry. I would explain to children that most leaves are naturally symmetrical, which means that when split down the middle, the right and the left side of the leaf are mirror images of each other. For this classroom activity, the requirements would be leaves, scissors, paper, glue, coloured pencils, and or textures. I would make sure that the collection was of several different types of leaves and that they're whole, but that could be incorporated in getting the students outside to see they could collect their own leaves. I would then carefully cut each leaf in half lengthwise and set aside the duplicate half for later. Glue one half of the leaf onto a piece of paper, get the students to do this, and then using a pencil, draw in the other half of the leaf, making sure that the half that is drawn is symmetrical. So that would be a good activity for them also to practice their art skills. And I would ask students what strategies they were thinking of or how they were helping themselves draw the symmetrical side of the leaf. Like how did they think they could do it to their best? Then once the drawing is complete, I would place the duplicate leaf half on top and see how close they got. So this would be the starter of, and then continuing to do this activity every now and again and seeing how well they continued to be able to get their half as close to the natural half as possible. And then students can use the colouring pencils, textures, glue, glitter to turn their drawing into a piece of artwork, which would be quite nice. And now the students have been creatively discovering symmetry. We're by starting with taking the class outside, looking for different leaves in nature, and then going and doing it, the symmetry process, like getting them to understand what symmetry is, and then the art side of it as well. It's quite a well-rounded topic. And then we can go and they can even talk to their parents, like share their discoveries, and have a discussion. What did they find? What are other examples that they think show symmetry, whether it's flowers or even a piece of fruit cut in half, or a starfish, or even a pattern that they see. And once they can gauge what symmetry is, they will be able to find lots of different things in nature that includes, which is really nice. There is a website, enkivillage.com, and that's got about 40 different images of symmetry in nature, and they're really well placed, and they'd be really good for students to have a look at as well. And then just to follow up some further tasks to develop the concept could extend the week session by looking at other objects, but getting them to bring something in from home, or then we could later do the butterfly painting, which is where students would get, again, including art, paint down the middle of the page, blobs of that, press them together, and then when they open it up, it will have the picture of a butterfly. And then to also help with their symmetry understanding, to draw antennas and eyes, and making sure that the picture is symmetrical. When it comes to teaching concepts such as fractions later on, symmetry can help demonstrate the concept of an equal part of a whole. So it is actually leading to further knowledge in the maths field, which is great. Thank you.